Imagine, it's the eve of a pivotal merger. Tensions run high. The boardroom is a battleground. Every decision a potential minefield. The stakes are enormous, and the atmosphere is charged with conflict. Welcome to the high-stakes stage of the business world, where every decision can make or break careers, companies, and sometimes entire industries. Our goal in this video is simple yet ambitious. We want to equip you with effective strategies for resolving conflicts in these high-pressure environments. Why? Because conflict resolution isn't just about keeping the peace. It's about maintaining team cohesion, ensuring the quality of decision-making, and preserving the overall health of an organization, particularly when the stakes are sky-high. In the corporate world, conflicts are inevitable, but when handled with skill and tact, they can lead to growth, innovation, and stronger team dynamics. Resolving conflicts in such high-pressure environments requires special strategies. That's what we're delving into today. High-stakes conflicts aren't your everyday disagreements. They're the game changers, the mergers, the layoffs, the pivotal project disputes. These aren't just a difference of opinion over where to order lunch from. We're talking about clashes that can reshape the future trajectory of an organization. So, what exactly is a high-stakes conflict? In essence, it's a conflict with significant implications. It could be a power struggle during a merger, disagreements over massive layoffs, or disputes over critical project directions. These conflicts are often complex, involving multiple stakeholders with differing interests, and they can often be emotionally charged. High-stakes conflicts can stem from various sources. It could be a disagreement over resource allocation. Who gets what and how much? Strategic direction can also be a common source. What path should the organization take to achieve its goals? Interpersonal relationships can also play a significant role. Yes, even in the world of business, personal feelings and past interactions can have a major influence on how conflicts unfold. The impact of such conflicts on teams and organizations can be monumental. Unresolved conflicts can lead to a breakdown in team cohesion, creating an environment of mistrust and hostility. The quality of decision-making can suffer, as individuals may prioritize personal agendas over collective goals. And let's not forget the potential damage to the organization's culture. A culture where conflict is not effectively managed can quickly become a culture of fear and uncertainty. But it's not all doom and gloom. High-stakes conflicts, while challenging, also present opportunities for growth and innovation. They force us to confront difficult issues, challenge the status quo, and explore new possibilities. And with the right approach, they can be resolved in a way that strengthens rather than undermines our teams and organizations. Left unresolved, these conflicts can fracture teams and derail strategic objectives. But equipped with understanding and the right tools, we can turn these high-stakes conflicts into high-reward opportunities. Effective conflict resolution rests on a few key principles. Firstly, let's talk about emotional intelligence. This is the ability to understand and manage not only your own emotions, but the emotions of those around you. In a high-stakes conflict, emotions can run high and cloud judgment. Emotional intelligence allows you to navigate these turbulent waters, maintaining a clear perspective and facilitating a calm, balanced dialogue. Next, we have active listening and empathy. These are two pillars of effective communication that are crucial in conflict resolution. Active listening involves fully focusing, understanding, responding, and then remembering what is being said. It's about giving your full attention to the speaker and showing genuine interest in understanding their point of view. Empathy, on the other hand, is about putting yourself in the other person's shoes and seeing the situation from their perspective. Together, these techniques ensure that all parties feel heard and understood, fostering a more collaborative resolution process. Finally, we come to the delicate balance between assertiveness and aggressiveness. In a conflict, you want to be assertive, standing up for your rights and expressing your point of view while respecting the rights and beliefs of others. But there's a fine line between being assertive and being aggressive. Aggression can escalate the conflict and hinder resolution, while assertiveness facilitates a respectful exchange of ideas. To navigate this balance, focus on "I" statements instead of "you" statements. For example, instead of saying "you are wrong," try "I see things differently." This small shift in language can keep the conversation from becoming confrontational, making space for productive dialogue instead. In essence, these principles of emotional intelligence, active listening, empathy, and balanced assertiveness form the bedrock of effective conflict resolution. They help ensure that conflicts, even in high-stakes environments, are opportunities for growth and improvement, rather than sources of lasting discord. These principles guide the way towards effective, respectful conflict resolution. Armed with these principles, we can now explore specific strategies for resolving high-stakes conflicts. First and foremost, the importance of preparation can't be overstated. Before diving into the resolution process, get a clear understanding of the conflict. Identify the key issues, the parties involved, and their perspectives. This preparation phase also includes establishing a neutral environment for discussions. An environment free from distractions and interruptions can foster open dialogue and mutual respect. Once you've set the stage, it's time to employ collaborative problem solving. This strategy focuses on viewing the conflict not as a battle to be won, but as a problem to be solved together. Encourage brainstorming sessions where everyone can contribute their ideas. Remember, the goal here is to find a solution that benefits all parties, not just to appease the loudest voice in the room. Above all, keep the focus on common goals. This shared vision can bridge differences and foster collaboration. In some situations, the conflict may be too entrenched or complex to resolve without assistance. This is where mediation and third-party involvement come into play. A neutral third party can provide a fresh perspective, diffuse tension, and guide the conversation in a productive direction. They can help the parties involved see beyond their personal interests and consider the bigger picture. Effective communication is another crucial strategy in conflict resolution. It involves more than just speaking your mind. It's about phrasing feedback and criticism constructively, so it's received as intended, not as an attack. Use I statements to express your feelings and thoughts. Instead of saying, "You're not meeting the deadlines," try, "I'm concerned about the project's progress because the deadlines are not being met." This approach reduces defensiveness and encourages dialogue. Lastly, remember that conflict resolution is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process that requires follow-up and monitoring. After a resolution has been reached, check in regularly to ensure the solution is working for everyone involved. Be open to adjustments if the initial solution doesn't seem to be effective. It's not about getting it perfect the first time, but about commitment to resolving the conflict in a way that supports everyone's needs. So there you have it, a roadmap for resolving high-stakes conflicts. From preparation to follow-up, each step is crucial in navigating the often rough waters of conflict. And remember, you're not just resolving a disagreement, you're building stronger, more resilient relationships. Remember, resolution isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. Let's examine a real-world example where these strategies turned a high-stakes conflict into a win-win situation. Imagine a multinational corporation on the brink of a merger. Tensions were high as both teams were vying for control, creating a palpable conflict. The company recognized the need for conflict resolution and began by setting the stage for a neutral, open dialogue. They communicated clearly the objective: to create a unified team working towards a successful merger. They employed active listening techniques, ensuring everyone felt heard and validated. They leveraged emotional intelligence to understand the underlying fears and anxieties that were fueling the conflict. The leaders demonstrated assertiveness, not aggressiveness, advocating for their respective teams, but also showing a willingness to compromise. They encouraged collaborative problem solving, focusing on the common goal of a successful merger rather than individual wins. When tensions escalated, they involved a third-party mediator to facilitate the conversation, ensuring that everyone's interests were represented fairly. The resolution wasn't immediate, but with consistent communication and regular check-ins, they gradually built a cohesive team, successfully navigated the merger, and emerged stronger as a unified entity. The leaders didn't just resolve the conflict, they transformed it into an opportunity for growth and collaboration. This case study underscores the power of effective conflict resolution in transforming high-stakes challenges into opportunities. In this video, we've navigated the turbulent waters of high-stakes conflicts. We've explored their origins, their impacts, and the principles that can guide us towards resolution. We've delved into strategies like active listening, assertiveness, and collaborative problem-solving. We've seen them in action, turning conflict into an opportunity for growth. Now it's your turn. Apply these strategies. Become the calm in the storm. And remember, every conflict presents an opportunity for growth.